Well, if there were no money in this world, I think it would be a lot better place. I'm just a kid. My parents, they work pretty much, but they might be able to answer that better than me. But in my opinion, the world would be a lot better, safer place because then there would be robberies for money because you wouldn't need to earn the money. And a lot of poor people that are in the world wouldn't, nobody would be poor because we'd all be rich, like it says in here. Without money, we'd all be rich.
The purpose of finite play is to win the game. The purpose of infinite play is to make sure that the game goes on. And the biggest difference to me between finite play and infinite play is hinges on that purpose. What you want to do in finite play is to become powerful, to have power. Whereas in infinite play, what you want to do is you want to learn how to play with strength. And that strength is a strength that allows others to play with you and let them make their plays rather than the power to win and bring the game to an end. So what it'll be like to engage in infinite play is to remember always that our play is about keeping the play going and to be strong rather than to be powerful.
If I didn't have to make money, I would study things that interest me now, but that I don't really have enough time to properly study. Things that I like would be augmented reality, quantum computing, all sorts of things. And I would hope that I could use my education in order to make the world better, in order to create things that other people can use to make their lives better.
What do I see? A new world? Oh, oh my God. Serenity everywhere. Um, People sharing and not holding. Um, uh, Solidarity. Mm, the nat and the nature taking back the place she deserves. Definitely.
The next economy is going to be about sufficiency and about really addressing what are our needs as people and interconnected communities of people. And it's not going to be about extracting the productive capacities and resources of the many in order to benefit the few and concentrate power to those few who have the capacities to control it all. So the next economy will be different in that we will understand what the role of the economy is instead of it being somehow disconnected or separated from us. And we will have the power to determine how our resources are being used and how we're spending our time. And we will not be disempowered and stopped by not having enough money to feed people or not having enough money to build the houses that we need or not having enough money to, rebuild a community after a disaster hits. That instead of spending our time focusing on scrounging for scarce resources, we will really be working together to figure out what are the best solutions with what we know now. And now that that happened, what have we learned and how do we benefit from that and how do we do things better and smarter than next time? I also think the next economy is going to, instead of separating us into lots of different houses and lots of different jobs and, having a life that feels very much like a production or assembly line in a factory. I think the next economy is going to have us experience our lives as being interconnected and really the sorry, I said I wasn't gonna cry. The beautiful thing that it really is. Our lives are amazing and we are beautiful. And any economic or political system that works to destroy that should be dismantled. So the next economy will hopefully nurture something better.